Well, this presentation is based on the first diesel engine. So this is a Ford 6.8 liter 8 cylinder diesel engine. It was first made in 1892. Diesel engines were first made in 1892 by someone called, not even joking, his name was Rudolf Diesel. Rudolf Diesel is his actual name. Well, that's your alternator already. As you can tell, it's a pretty big engine because you got several alternator belt drives and all that. So it might not seem like it's very big. It's bigger, trust me. Basically, your fan belt's down there somewhere. It's a little hard to get to because really like half of this thing, this is a bus. So, I mean, really like half of this thing is inside the freaking hood. I mean, inside the freaking dash. So it's kind of hard to get to. I'll kind of have to take the whole dash out in order to show you the whole thing. So, but anyways, like I was saying before, it is very much unlike a regular engine. It takes something called glow plugs instead of spark plugs. It creates certain heat and it mixes the fuel, which is diesel fuel. So diesel fuel only ignites whenever it's hot at first. That's the reason why you have glow plugs. Glow plugs basically heat up the gas, and then there's spark plugs in a different chamber of the heads that create the actual ignition of the spark in order to actually make the engine run. So it's a little bit different. This is a turbo. I think it's twin turbo. It's kind of hard to see back here because, like, there's not much going. There's quite a bit going on, but it's kind of hard to see. So maybe if I get under the bus, you can see more. But anyways, so this would be air hose, air filter would be there. That would be power steering. That would be power steering reservoir. That would be right here is your radiator fan. Radiator is right quite literally underneath you, right down there somewhere. You kind of see it right there. Down there, that's radiator. Alternator. Yeah, I already went over that. Maybe if I can get under the bus, maybe I can actually see some of the engine. Oh, that's exhaust manifold. With these, exhaust is a little bit different setup because the exhaust has to be set up a certain way because it's diesel. It has to run off one cam. Since this is a V8 and it's a turbo and it's diesel, it's got 4 cams in it, 4 camshafts. So that means that the engine has to be almost 4 times as big as a regular one with a single cam in it. So technically, you got a cam for almost every cylinder, which is crazy. So there could be more cams in this too. Back there, that little black knob, that thing right there, that is going to be your oil reservoir, which is pain in the butt change oil on diesel engines. That would be your engine oil. Diesel trucks have, diesel engines have 2 engine oil. One to fill it at, to be here, one to check it. Because since a lot of diesel engines have the check like this one has the engine oil check here. A little different. I'm gonna see if I can't get under this thing. Alright, so now that we're under it, as you can tell, that big thing right there, see that? That right there is how you check, that's your oil filter. That right there, that piece, transmission oil filter, that is your transmission. Diesel engines put out not as much power, but they put out a lot more torque. That's why a lot of diesel trucks and bigger vehicles, they're diesel. That is a, let me try to get in the area here. That there, that is a huge coupler for a freaking differential. It's a little zoomed in, I'm sorry, but I can't really get anywhere. That's a differential catch. That's a differential catch. Differential goes all the way to the rear axle. School buses, in fact, are only 2-wheel drive, which you would figure before. They're only two-wheel drive because they have dualies in the back. Basically, every truck that you see that has dualies in the back, they're mostly all two-wheel drive. As you can tell, what I was talking about, that is your freaking exhaust. Maybe if I follow the exhaust back, I might be able to find the turbo. That's your second ball area. Okay, so you see that cord that goes into a spring that goes underneath there? That is a transmission clutch brake. It is not a clutch. It's an automatic vehicle, which means it has to have a clutch, which the plate behind that is a clutch. That big piece right there, that's clutch. This is actually a big brake for the transmission. So if your brakes go out, you can use the transmission as a brake. Feathering the gas. So technically the only way you have brakes is if your actual brake lights go out in the back. You can kind of see the disc right there. Basically you have to go faster, which makes the transmission act up a little bit. And it causes a low gear differential area there to combine with this in order to slow down that thing. So, yeah. If you run out of brakes, you might be in trouble. Well, I was not able to find the turbo under there. Crawled around for a couple minutes, wasn't able to find it, but that's basically it for this presentation. Oh yeah, so I having batteries, which the batteries are somewhere under there. They have a distributor power box. Just found that out. I was always wondering which you can technically jump it with this, which I have done before. Because that's going to be your positive. Negative's going to be, where's it at? Negatives. Where's it? Oh, that's positive. Negative is the ground is technically your negative. So you can hook it up to here. Basically anywhere. This is going to be it for the presentation. So, hope you guys enjoyed.